lazy guy. Still holed up in your room enjoying the life of a carefree NEET. Honestly, what a joke. Making mom and grandma work while you just sit around unemployed and have them support you. Isn't the father's role to be the head of the family? I'm in high school and even I work part-time. Get a job, lazy old man.
Aren't you supposed to be in class right now?
Oh, finally a reply. Did I hit a nerve and make you sulk?
I've told you 100 times I work from home now. I switched careers to a job where I can work from home.
Sure. Grandma says she doesn't recognize any such thing, remember?
I know. That's why I had to leave her company.
You mean you got fired for going against Grandma, right? Typical NEET. You shouldn't go against people who matter, and that's why it turned out like this.
No, I'm a remote worker. Do you even know what that means?
I think I've seen something like that online. Oh yeah, it's the excuse lazy people use to call themselves self-employed.
Oh, that's not it. There are jobs you can do from home, like game programmers, web writers, video editors, web designers, a lot of jobs. Novelists and comic artists can also be considered remote workers in a way.
So what? It doesn't change the fact that you're still a NEET.
I'm a script writer.
What?
I started doing script writing as a side job even when I worked for Grandma's company, but over time it became harder to balance both. When differences in opinion with Grandma came up, I decided to go full-time as a script writer.
What?
I'm making as much as I did when I worked full-time, so there's no problem.
Oh, please, stop lying.
You still don't believe me?
No! Grandma and Mom both said there's no way anyone can make money doing such a side hustle job. They're both successful people. Grandma's the current CEO and Mom will be the next CEO. Why would I believe anything you say when they say it's impossible?
All right, it's clear we're not getting anywhere with this conversation. I'm on a deadline, so I'm ending this here.
Oh, I see. Because you went against Grandma and got fired, no one else will hire you, huh? Got it. Still a garbage man, huh? Hey, you useless man. I heard from Mom. You're getting divorced, huh?
She told you, huh?
Yeah, I kind of knew it was coming. After all, you didn't even bother looking for a job for 2 whole years after quitting Grandma's company. No wonder Mom got fed up. You should have figured out your position a lot sooner.
Let me make something clear. I'm the one who initiated this divorce.
What?
I'd been thinking about it for a while, but I hesitated because I knew how it would affect you. Even though I know I'm disliked now, I still shared a home with you for all these years.
Oh, please, spare me the sob story. I don't care about your emotional crap. I didn't ask to be raised by a loser like you.
A loser?
Come on, Dad. You were working for Grandma's company in the first place, right? Then you got lucky and Mom, the next heir to the company, picked you up. You two got married, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So basically, you've been living off Grandma and Mom all this time. You were getting a paycheck from them, right? That's basically the same as them supporting you. And now that you're a NEET, it's just embarrassing. You're a parasite, a real drain on everyone.
So that's how you see it, huh?
No, I'm not interpreting anything. I'm just stating facts.
Fine, whatever. It's clear you want Mom to have full custody, and honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm not expecting any understanding from you anymore.
You're still talking about the same old stuff. You really don't get it, do you? You're just throwing a tantrum because Mom's finally done with you. Good luck with that. What a loser.
Good luck with what?
If Mom gets custody, that means you'll have to pay child support. You're in NEET, and now you're getting divorced. How does that feel? You'll be coughing up $2,000 a month for child support. How does it feel to go from freeloading to paying for your own kids' expenses?
That's something you should be saying to the real father, not me.
What? What do you mean by that?
It's simple. I've already moved out. This is the part where you go ask Mom about the details.
Wait, what? What the hell do you mean you've already moved out?
Just like I said, I'm done here. Now go ask your mom. Goodbye.
Hey, I need to ask you something. Dad?
It's been a while since I've heard you call me that.
Hey, just tell me, is what you said the other day true?
The other day?
About my real father and that thing you mentioned?
Oh, didn't Mom tell you?
I tried asking her, but it's like she's on edge or something. Grandma's been acting weird too, so I just couldn't bring myself to talk to them about it.
Yeah, I get it. Mom's been dealing with a lot, especially with the company right now. She's doing everything she can just to keep things from falling apart. She even begged me to hold off on the alimony for a while, so I've agreed to that, temporarily.
Alimony?
Yeah, Mom has to pay me alimony.
Wait, what? Why? How could she?
You don't know any of this?
I told you I can't get anyone to tell me. I just need to know. Please, I can't sleep at night thinking about it.
If I tell you, you have to be ready for the consequences. Are you prepared?
I don't care anymore. I need to know.
All right, here's the truth. You're not my biological daughter.
What?
I married your mom when you were 2. She was a single mom when I met her. I knew what I was getting into.
So, you're not really my dad?
We talked about adopting you at first, but in the end, your mom and grandma decided against it. So now, after the divorce, we're nothing to each other. No family ties anymore.
I didn't know.
And the reason we're getting divorced? It's because your mom cheated on me. She never truly cut ties with your real father.
What?
Here's where it all ties into Grandma's company. Your mom's lover is the CEO of a company we've been working with.
The CEO? What does that have to do with anything?
The CEO is a son-in-law of another family. And once your mom's affair came to light, the whole situation blew up. Your real father being exposed as your mom's lover led to a massive scandal. He was forced out of his position, and the company was furious. They cut ties with Grandma's business, and now everything's crashing down.
Wait, so Mom's affair has caused a collapse in Grandma's company?
Exactly. This scandal has caused irreparable damage to the company's reputation. Grandma's business is about to go bankrupt, and all that financial security we had is gone. You're gonna feel the impact too, so get ready.
But I didn't do anything. What does this have to do with me?
It's not about blame, it's just reality. The company's about to fold, and you're gonna lose everything you've known. Your life's about to change.
What about Mom?
She's in the same boat. The debts, the alimony, everything. You'll have to adjust to a completely different life now.
This can't be happening. What am I supposed to do now?
Honestly, I don't know. But don't come asking me for help. I can't fix this.
But you were my father for so long. I don't know what to do without you in my life.
I know it's hard, but things have changed. I'm not the same person anymore. And neither are you.
How can you be so cold about this? You're just going to leave me to deal with this mess alone?
I'm already out of this. I'm done with this family. There's nothing left for me here.
You can't just walk away. You were supposed to be my family.
I'm sorry, but you have to understand, this is how it is. I'm leaving. I have a meeting with my TV project. I'm starting something new.
A TV project? What are you talking about?
I'm a screenwriter now. I've got my biggest opportunity yet, so I can't stay here and keep talking about this.
What about me? What about us? You can't just leave me like this.
I've already transferred money for your school expenses. Take care of it yourself. Don't let Mom or Grandma take it from you. That's all I can do for you. Goodbye.
Please, don't leave me like this.
Goodbye. After everything that had happened, the calls from my ex-daughter kept coming, one after the other. It felt like they'd never stop. At first I thought I might pick up, maybe hear her out, but then I realized that it wasn't fair to keep her hopes up. It wasn't right to give her the illusion that things could go back to how they were before. So I blocked her number. It was the only way to make sure she stopped contacting me. And as painful as it was, I knew it was the only thing that could help her move on and accept the situation. Soon after, the news came that my ex-mother-in-law's company had gone bankrupt. It was almost as if everything that had been set in motion was unraveling. I had predicted this would happen, the failure, the collapse, and it wasn't a surprise. What did catch me off guard, however, was the realization that she and my ex-wife had been planning on using my daughter's savings to pay off their mounting debts. They had been scheming to get their hands on the money for a while, and when my daughter was out at school, they went as far as rummaging through her room, searching for the bank book to access her savings. I can't even begin to describe the anger that bubbled up when I found out about this. The fact that they could use a child's savings like that without any second thought was infuriating. But it also became painfully clear to me what kind of people they really were. Greedy, manipulative, and without any sense of responsibility. They had put my daughter in a position where she had to take care of them instead of the other way around. When my daughter realized the extent of what had been happening, she finally understood the situation she was in. It was a harsh lesson to learn, but it was also a turning point for her. She had always been naive, believing that her family had her best interests at heart. But when she found out what they had been doing, how they had been using her, she took action. She took the bank book that had always been with her, clutched it tightly, and fled. She didn't hesitate. She didn't look back. My daughter ran to her grandmother's house, the only place she could think of for safety. It was there that she sought help, hoping to find refuge from the chaos that had been her life for so long. Thankfully, her grandmother took her in. She didn't turn her away, even though things had been strained between them. My daughter was allowed to stay there until she graduated from high school, a lifeline she didn't expect but desperately needed. The relief I felt when I heard from my ex-sister-in-law through my daughter that she was safe and apologetic was a mix of emotions. I was glad that my daughter had made it out, that she was finally able to escape the grasp of the people who tried to control her. But at the same time, I couldn't shake the feeling of sadness and regret. My ex-daughter had been placed in a position where she had no choice but to grow up too quickly. She had to see things she shouldn't have, deal with situations that no child should have to face. And yet, despite everything, she still had the courage to reach out and apologize. It wasn't a full reconciliation, but it was a sign that she was finally starting to understand the world around her. It wasn't long after that I learned more about what had been going on in their lives. My ex-wife and her mother had been planning for this moment for a while, slowly sinking deeper into debt while pretending everything was fine. They had convinced themselves that they could keep up appearances for just a little longer, but when the company went under, it all came crashing down. The facade was shattered, and the consequences were inescapable. I also found out that my ex-wife had tried to manipulate my daughter into helping pay off their debts. It was the ultimate betrayal, trying to use her own child's savings to cover their mistakes. My daughter, though young and still struggling with the reality of it all, saw through their lies. She realized what had been happening behind her back, and it made her realize just how much she had been taken for granted. After everything she had gone through, after the emotional abuse and manipulation, my daughter finally took control of her life. She took the bank book and she left. That was a powerful moment, one that I hoped she would never forget. It was a sign of her strength, of her resilience. For the first time in her life, she was standing up for herself. The fallout from the bankruptcy wasn't just financial. The emotional damage was just as significant. My ex-wife and her mother were left to pick up the pieces, but they had no one to turn to. They had alienated everyone in their lives with their greed and manipulation. When they tried to make amends, it was too late. No one trusted them anymore. As for my daughter, she had a long road ahead of her, but I felt a sense of relief knowing that she was no longer under their control. She had a chance to rebuild her life, to start over. She had her grandmother's support, and while things weren't perfect, it was a start. I hoped she would find peace, that she would heal from the wounds they had inflicted on her. I couldn't help but feel a sense of guilt, though. I had been absent from her life for so long. I had let myself become wrapped up in my own struggles and battles, and in doing so, I had failed to protect her when she needed it the most. But I couldn't change the past. All I could do now was support her, even from a distance, and be there when she needed me. I couldn't undo the damage, but I could offer her the chance to rebuild, to move forward with her life. It was a strange feeling, relief mixed with guilt, sadness intertwined with hope. My daughter's apology had been a step in the right direction, but it didn't erase the pain she had been through. It didn't make up for the years of manipulation and betrayal, but it was a beginning. It was a sign that, despite everything, she was still capable of love, still capable of growth. And for me, that was enough. For now. As for my ex-wife and her mother, I didn't know what the future held for them. They had made their choices, and now they had to live with the consequences. But for my daughter, I hoped that the future was brighter. She deserved a life free from their control, a life where she could thrive and be herself, and I would do everything I could to help her get there. It was a painful and difficult journey, but in a way it had brought me clarity. I couldn't change what had happened, but I could choose what happened next. I could choose to move forward, to give my daughter the life she deserved. I didn't know what the future held, but I was determined to make sure she never felt like she was alone again. I would be there for her, even if it meant taking a back seat, even if it meant letting her lead her own way. That, at least, was the least I could do for her. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.